First of all, I am wearing the same shirt as the last time we met. But we don't all have the wardrobe of a movie star. A meeting or two ago, I asked you or somebody else to help me decide on a niche for my channel. Well, I still haven't decided on one, so for the moment I'm going to document my YouTube journey, as they say, and offer observations about YouTube in general, and maybe life, who knows, maybe I'll have a sudden inspiration, or I'll have a flood of wisdom come over me that I can share. But for the moment, as I say, I'll just talk about my YouTube journey up to now. I hate these phrases like YouTube journey and YouTube creator, which sounds highfalutin. I mean, big movie directors don't call themselves creators. They call themselves movie directors or film directors. I'd like to keep strangers out of this, as I've mentioned before, but sometimes they insist on wanting to share my fame. So the state of things up to now is that I leveled out at about 0 subscribers and 0 views. So it can only get better from here. As that indicates, I haven't had any of my handful of videos go viral yet, if such a thing will ever happen. But I'm not too concerned about that for the time being. I've mentioned a few of my gripes or irritations on YouTube. Another one that occurred to me is music. Some people will have music playing in the background, but so that you almost can't hear it. Occasionally you'll hear something and wonder, are they playing music? At any rate, well, don't misunderstand me, I wouldn't want it any louder. I find what there is of it too much already, and I think it's distracting. So I'd rather not have music in mine, at least not as I talk. I'll have to make do with dogs barking in the background and people talking and the usual traffic and things like that. As always, I'm open to suggestions from you about improving my videos or what you'd like to see on this channel. Some things, of course, I can't change, so suggestions such as don't be so old won't have much chance of being carried out in practice, since as far as I know, nobody has come up with the cure for old age, at least not the one that involves rejuvenation. And in certain ways, bug on my lens. In certain ways, I wouldn't like to be young again. There would be advantages to being young again with the knowledge I have today, but alas, it's too late. The mistakes I've made cannot be undone. Just try not to dwell on them, though certain episodes from the past are never forgotten. It seems like the ones that you regret are the ones that you don't forget and the ones that you come back to, but perhaps you experience it differently. Perhaps you've noticed that some people have really gotten into using AI for their thumbnails and, for all I know, even in their videos. What do you think about that? I'm resisting the idea at the moment. And I don't like the fake look that a lot of the thumbnails have. Trying to give them a drama that isn't in the video. Trying to make things more elaborate than need be when simplicity would be better, but as an old fogey, I'm never the first to jump on board with some trend. Same as thing bothers me about these YouTube experts telling you to see what's going viral or doing well in your niche and to copy it. Not in a one-for-one way, but to adapt it to your own channel. I know this isn't high cinema or anything like that, but I'm always reminded of the words of Frank Capra, I believe it was, who said, "Don't follow trends, make trends." Not that I have any trends in mind to make, but I don't feel comfortable with the idea of finding somebody's coattails to hang on to get more people to watch my channel. If they like my channel, it should be because of my ideas, if I have any, or my lack thereof. Perhaps that's my appeal, if I have any appeal at all. The wind is blowing through the trees now. A cloud has covered the sky, but we're still in a heat wave here. It's only supposed to get worse till the end of the week. This outdoor office of mine is a bit cooler than my apartment, so it's pleasant to come out here and sit if I can find a free seat. As I've said, I'm open to suggestions. At least I may not put any of them into practice, but I will entertain them at least. So I hope you'll be able to come up with something better than I have. So I guess that's it. Oh, one more thing. I've noticed that to give their videos variety, some YouTube video makers will zoom in a little and zoom out a little. Zoom in a little and zoom out a little. I don't know if that adds needed variety or just a kind of annoyance. Anyway, I wondered if it would have the same effect if I move into the lens and away from the lens. Into the lens and away from the lens. Does that really spice things up, do you think? Maybe it's a practice I should use in future videos. But I guess that is really it this time. So, till later.